What's up, good people? You got Vell here, aka Vell, and welcome to my channel, The Evolution of Vell. Yes, I am back with another video, and today we have more news as it pertains to the James Timothy Norman murder for hire plot against his very own nephew, Andre Montgomery. I swear if the FBI wasn't involved, I would think that this is a script written for a new OWN network series. But unfortunately, this is real life. As I stated in one of the previous videos that we would eventually find out who the shooter was, and that day has come. Let's take a look at this recent news clip.
Well, Travel Hill is now the fourth person charged in connection to the fatal shooting of the grandson of the owner of Sweetie Pie's restaurants. The Post-Dispatch reports that he's been indicted for conspiracy to commit murder for hire. Travel Hill is his name. Prosecutors say Hill participated in the conspiracy to kill Andre Montgomery Jr. back in 2016, but did not reveal his role other than to say another defendant tipped Hill to Montgomery's location before he was shot. Hill joins three others who are facing charges in the case, including Montgomery's uncle, James Norman.
Oh boy. And so that gave you guys an update for those of you who are not as up to date with the story and the background of it. It gave us a little bit of a look back to 2016 when the murder first occurred. So in this particular video, I'm just gonna give my commentary on the update about Travel Anthony Hill, who has now been charged as the fourth conspirator in the murder for hire plot. If you're not up to speed to this point and you wanna get more information about everything that occurred to get us to this point, just take a look back at the other videos. I will put the card above here. So in one of my previous videos, we talked about how Terica Ellis had actually made contact with Tim Norman and another accomplice and notified them of the exact address that Andre was at on Natural Bridge, where he was in a makeshift studio making music. We have now found out that that other individual was Travel Hill. We now also know that Travel received $5,000 at the direction of Tim the day after Andre was murdered. And then on that same day, Travel engaged in a recorded conversation with his brother who was in jail, and he discussed Andre's murder and the money he received and laughed about it on a recorded jail line. Really? His first court hearing was scheduled for this morning, Friday, November the 13th, but unfortunately it was canceled. I guess maybe he realized that it was on Friday the 13th and felt like his luck would be even worse. As far as Travel's criminal history, it seems like it's pretty expansive. He's definitely had quite a bit of interaction with the court system. I've noticed everything from possession of a controlled substance, listed as marijuana, trespassing, probation violations, and child support. So unfortunately, he's also someone's father. Now looking back, Tim obviously attempted to set this whole plot up thinking that because he was going to murder Andre in St. Louis, which at that time had a very high murder rate for young black men, he figured that Andre would just be counted in a number and kind of ignored, and there would be no big deal made about it whatsoever. They would just think that it was another senseless crime against a young black man. However, it actually worked against him for just that reason. A special task force named Operation Legion in honor of a young male child that was killed as a result of the violence that was occurring in St. Louis. This task force was formed to combine the expertise and resources of the FBI and the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, with the goal of solving and reducing the number of increased violent crimes in St. Louis. That task force also gave law enforcement more resources than they would normally have to overcome the numerous challenges they faced in trying to solve this particular case, as was stated by one of the special investigators. So here we are 4 years later with the FBI involved with a seemingly airtight case. And this is from just a little bit of evidence that we have started to receive from this case that's made its way to us before the actual trial begins. I'm also questioning, now we know that Terica received $10,000 as payment for her involvement in it, and basically her job was to lure Andre out. But it looks like the actual shooter, if that's Travel, only received $5,000, and he would have technically done the brunt of the work. However, I am now questioning if there's at least one other person involved that has not been revealed to us yet. And the reason I say that is because in Terica's interrogation, she actually states that Tim informed her when she was at the first location at the hotel where I think she was originally trying to have this go down and have him set up. Tim said in response to her, "My boys aren't ready yet." He said, "My boys aren't ready yet." He didn't say "my boy." So that makes me think that there is another person possibly involved in this if what Terica said is true, and if what Tim said to her was true, that his boys weren't ready yet. And the other thing that backs that theory up for me personally is that I noticed in the indictment, it states, and I'm gonna read it, James Timothy Norman conspired with Terica Ellis, Vell Anthony Hill, and others to use facilities of interstate commerce, namely a cellular phone, to commit a murder for hire in exchange for United States currency. Now, I know that YL is one of the other, however, he is not being charged for facilities of interstate commerce. He's being charged for the fraud that was committed with the insurance policies. So that the fact that it's saying and others to use facilities of interstate commerce makes me say that related to this particular charge, directly related to the communication that was done to actually execute the murdering of Andre, I think that we might have another person. So we'll see. I could be totally wrong. You guys comment below, let me know what you think. But that is my commentary for now. We will see as things develop. Just when we think this case is settling down, and I thought we was pretty much just waiting for the trial and everything else would come out, there's yet another thing. I'm really praying for the family, both Andre's mother and his siblings, as well as the Montgomery family and Ms. Robbie, because this has to be a lot for them as well. The fact that it's never really settling, because every time you turn around, it's kind of like something new comes out and they're having to relive it as well. And they're having to relive it each time something like this comes out. They find out something new. Who knows if they even know this Vell guy? You know, he's from St. Louis. St. Louis isn't that big. We just don't know all the pieces. And then with Vell also having a criminal history for trespassing and things of that nature, it got me to thinking, who knows if he was involved in the very beginning with Ms. Robbie's break-in even. Like, we just don't know. And I feel like all of this is going to come to light as we move on and as we especially get to the point of being in these trials. So with that, if you've made it to this point in the video, let me know by commenting below. The love of money is the root of all evil. Yes, the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money. Money is not evil in and of itself. But when you love money to the point that you will compromise your moral compass, you will compromise your being, you will compromise your freedom. That's the level of loving money that is evil. So as we see, those that are involved in this whole case and this plot and this murder for hire plot, they were all doing it for money at the end of the day. And now they're all paying with their freedom and possibly their lives. So even with us, never allow money to compromise who you are, your purpose, your calling, your gift. Allow those things to take precedent in your life and money will come. It'll naturally come. And you will not have to pay with your freedom or your life. So I just wanted to come to you guys today. I'm hoping this echo, because I am traveling, but I wanted to get this out to you guys. So I'm hoping the echo is not too bad. I don't know once I start editing, but I'm glad I had the camera. I'm glad I had my gear and everything I needed, because who knew that this story would break literally as I was getting on a plane. So with that, if you are new to this channel and you appreciate my dedication to get these videos out to you guys weekly and those ones sprinkled in, take the time to subscribe below and click that notification bell. And if you are already a part of the EOV subscriber family, I love you guys. I thank you. I appreciate you. The comment below gang, the notification gang, and the text me community. All of you guys I appreciate equally. Please remember to do what? That's right. Like the video below to show that extra layer of support so that we can continue to grow towards our road to 10,000 subscribers and beyond. So till next time, till I make it back home to my home studio, take care, be blessed, peace.